What's poppin', Pawmi Pals? Rare TCG coming at you with a brand new video. Today we are taking a look at Pawmot from the Phantasmal Flame set. It has one attack called Voltaic Fist, which is 130 damage, but there's a catch. You can do 60 damage to Pawmot, and if you do, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Why is that such a big deal? Well, because paralysis is one of, if not the most broken statuses in the TCG game. What paralysis does is if you are paralyzed, you cannot attack, and you cannot retreat without the aid of a supporter card or a trainer card. So without a switch, a Professor Turo, a Penny, what have you, to get that card out of the active position, your opponent is just kind of stuck there. And we're going to abuse this with the help of our second Pokemon being Oricorio. It has the Ardent Dancing ability, which once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from your active evolution Pokemon, which Pawmot just so happens to be. So with two Oricorio on the bench, you can heal 40 damage, and then with the item card Leftovers, you're also healing another 20 damage. So that's 60 damage, and we're trapping our opponent in the active position. It's a pretty straightforward deck. There are no EXs in the deck. As you can see, I tried to make this a single prize deck. And I put 2 copies of Eelektrik into the deck just for its Dynamotor ability in case we have some energies in the discard pile. Our ace-spec of choice for this deck is the Neo Upper Energy. If it's attached to a Stage 2 Pokemon, then it has 2 energy of any type. So we could set up Pawmot for just 1 energy card, which is absolutely fantastic. We also played 2 copies of Hilda to help us find that Neo Upper Energy and our Pawmots. We play a couple of copies of Rare Candy, and that's pretty much it. We played 2 air balloons just in case they want to boss up one of our Oricorios or our Electrics. We can get them out of the active position very freely. And we have 2 copies of Boss. So what is our objective for today? Well, anybody who is new to the channel, we do objectives around here. Our main objective is the same in every game. It's win a match or 2. I say or 2 depending on how well the deck does. If it's not performing that well, then we'll take 1 win. But if it's performing well, we'll definitely take 2 or more. Our first side objective, we have 2 side objectives that are tailor-made for this deck, or any deck that I'm showcasing. For this deck, our first side objective is to trap a Pokemon and KO it. So if I see that they have a Mega Evolution on the bench, I want to trap it in the active position by paralyzing it over and over again with Pawmot until it's knocked out. That's my first side objective. And my second side objective isn't anything that we can really do. Our second side objective is make my opponent rage quit. I've had opponents rage quit on me in playtesting. Speaking of playtesting, this deck isn't really finalized. I've been still making some adjustments to it. I just got rid of Miraidon EX because I felt like it was not necessary to put Miraidon EX, and I just added an extra copy of Buddy-Buddy Poffin in his place. But we'll edit the deck as we go along. But I think this is the final deck list, but we'll have to see. All right, I'm done yapping. Let's hop into some ranked matches and see how we do today. All right, here we are in game 1 with an actually phenomenal starting hand. We have Pawmi in the active position, which is what we want. And we have an Oricorio on the bench with 2 Buddy-Buddy Poffins. And it looks like we are going up against a Terra Charizard deck. Ooh, I would love to boss up a Charizard and get it trapped in the active position. The only issue I see with that is with Pidgeot EX, they could just find themselves whatever they need and pretty much do whatever they need to get that Charizard out of the active position. Because I do know that Charizard tends to play like switches, they tend to play Professor Turos, some ways to get Charizard out of the active position, so we do need to be mindful of that. The other thing is, I don't know if Pidgeot's ability actually works if it's paralyzed. That I have to look into, I don't know. Maybe we'll get to see it showcased in this gameplay, but we'll have to see. I'm not sure if that works or not. We got ourselves an Ultra Ball, we'll take that. We are going first, which is what we want. We just got our third Buddy-Buddy Poffin, even better. I mean, we don't need all those, but we'll take it. We'll get 2 Tynamo on the bench, and I'm going to get myself another Pawmi. I don't think I need a third one. And I think what I want to do, you know what? I'm going to save the Ultra Ball for now, because I do want to get my other Pawmo, but we'll save that for now. And then what I'll do is I'll Ultra Ball away one of these Buddy-Buddy Poffins and whatever we top deck, unless it's a supporter, because we do need supporters right now. And I'll get myself 2 Pawmo, evolve into those guys, and then all I need left is just an energy. Ah, they got themselves an Iono off of the Attract Customers ability, which is not great, because I did want that Pawmo in my hand. Oh, but we got a Neo Upper Energy, that's fantastic. If we could just top deck an Ultra Ball or something, we could use that Rare Candy onto my little Pawmi on the bench. And then we could just retreat and get this thing going. They also put down an Artisan for us, which is great, because that could get us our other Oricorio out of the deck. But they are going to start evolving their Pokemon on the bench, which is not something I want to see right now. I was hoping that they would have a little less on the bench. And I see that Duskull staring us down. That's another issue that we're going to have to deal with. So off of the top deck, we got a Pawmot. Beautiful. All right, so I'm actually going to attach this to you, and I'm going to evolve straight into him. And now we could just start swinging. Sounds good to me. And we're going to use this Artisan to get ourselves another Oricorio out of the deck. Just to thin a little bit, and then we're just going to Lillies, since we have 3 of them in our hand. Why not? And we got the Leftovers. Beautiful. And a Pawmo to boot. Nice. Alright. So I'm not going to do the damage to myself, because we are just going to knock out this Tatsugiri. So that's fine with me. What we have to be leery of, though, is that if they get a Charizard right now, we're kind of boned, people. Yeah, it looks like they have the Charizard. They're promoting the Charmeleon. Damn it! And there goes my Neo Upper Energy. Well, it's not a complete... Oh, they got Pidgeot. That's even worse. It's not a complete loss, though, because we did get Electric off of the prizing. And then with that Electric, what we can do is we could boost up our little Pawmo on the bench, and we have an energy in our hand. So we can totally power up this Pawmot. We just have to get the Pawmot. That's the only thing that we're missing. Oh god, they got themselves the Dusclops. They're going to Curse Blast probably my Tynamo. Yep, that sucks because I wanted to put the Tynamo in the active position and then just freely retreat after using the Electric, but now I can't do that because Electric does not have a free retreat. We got the Ultra Ball though, that's great. We just need to find a way to get one of these Pokemon out of the active position. That's where we're going to struggle. They're going to Burning Darkness, taking out our Pawmot, and now we just need to find a way to get these guys out of the active position once I promote them. So I'm going to promote the Tynamo, because that's probably my best bet. I need an Air Balloon. I got a Pokégear. I could potentially get... what do you call? I could potentially get an Arven off of that. As I get rid of the Pokégear. Oh my god. I'm not thinking, guys. I'm really not thinking right now. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to Artisan for a Pawmi. That is definitely a must, because we have to have another one ready to go, if worse comes to worse. We're going to evolve into the Electric. I mean, I kind of have to, because it only works for bench Pokemon. And now we just have to pray that we get ourselves a Air Balloon right now. We got the Air Balloon. Beautiful. Oh, and we got the Leftovers. Oh my god. See, never punish. Never punish, boys. We got this. We are going to retreat into the Pawmo, and we are going to start side objective number 1, which is trapping this Charizard in the active position with the help of paralyzing it. And now, we take the Leftovers, which heals 20 from us, and now we can use our Oricorios to heal that extra 40 off of us. Beautiful. And we have the Iono in our hand. We are doing absolutely fantastic right now. Now, do we have... Right, we used one Ultra Ball, so we have one more in the deck. And we should have another Pawmo in the deck, because I played 2 of them, and I Rare Candied before, so we should be fine with that. Oh, unfortunately, they quick search for a Jet Energy. Are you serious? Who plays Jet Energy in Charizard? Seriously? That really put a damper on my play here, because now I have to start Ionoing for something. We just went from something really good to something really terrible. Who plays Jet Energy in Charizard? Like, really? Alright, let's Artisan here, see what we can get out of this. Get ourselves another Pawmi. I'll definitely take that. And now we need to Iono and pray. Like I said, this Pidgeot's gonna be the biggest hurdle that we have to get, and we got nothing but supporters. Oh my god, that was really bad. Alright, let's just attach an energy to you, and you just do 10 damage, so that doesn't help me. I guess we'll just promote this little Pawmi and pray, I guess. We got a boss's orders. We could take that for next turn, although I don't know if that's really going to help us. We'll have to see. So now we need to find ourselves a Rare Candy. If we could top deck a Rare Candy, we could use Hilda to get ourselves the Pawmot, and that will help us get the Pawmi going again. But that's a That's a huge risk that we have to take right now. And they're gonna boss up my Pawmi. No, I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway. I could just Electros and take it out. So, I mean, it wasn't their best play, but I mean, it was a play. Alright. It's not all gloom and doom, though, because we could come back with just 2 prize cards remaining for my opponent. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get myself another Oricorio just to thin the deck a little bit. And then we are going to put an energy onto you. We're going to Hilda to get myself the other Pawmo and another energy. So now he's completely set up. And that's about all I can do. I guess we'll just let this Electros go down. I don't mind. Because if this Pawmo goes down, it's kind of over. And they're going to boss up again. Yeah, no, it's over, guys. Alright, that was a very disappointing matchup. That stupid Pidgeot ruined my entire plan. So hopefully we can get into a game where we don't have to deal with a stupid Pidgeot. Alright, here we are in game 2, starting things off with the lone Pawmi, which I guess is alright. We do have a Hilda. So, oh, it's a Heracross. Interesting. I play tested and showcased Heracross EX a couple days ago. Very fun deck. It is not going to be winning you any kind of tournaments anytime soon because Heracross just doesn't have that kind of, you know, damage potential. But very fun deck, I will say. If you haven't seen my Mega Heracross gameplay footage, I highly recommend going to check that out. Alright, so we are just going to get... They're probably just going to take me out next turn, honestly, once they attach an energy. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to attach the Neo Upper Energy to you, and hopefully we don't get bossed. I probably shouldn't have put it down. And let's Arven here. Yeah, let's get ourselves a Lillie. That way, once we start attacking, we can get ourselves a new hand. Because next turn, what I definitely want to do is I want to get a Hilda going to get myself Pawmot, and then just Rare Candy. Hopefully they don't have, what do you call? Hopefully they don't have an Iono, because this hand is absolutely fantastic. That would completely ruin my day if they came out with an Iono. They had Lillie. Okay, we'll take a Lillie. That's fine. Don't mind me as I sip my coffee. And it looks like they're playing an almost exact replica of the deck that I made, which is kind of crazy. Yep, Chill Mask Ogerpon. Wow, look at that. Did I actually make something meta? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it was pretty easy connection to make between Ogerpon and now that... No, I did play a Fez in mine too. Interesting. Yep, just like I thought. They're gonna Juggernaut us. Now, if I remember correctly, if they are using my deck list or not saying that they are, I did not have any way to retreat this Heracross, so honestly, we actually might have this in the bag, people. We might be able to complete side quest number 1 right now, which is to trap this Heracross in the active position. And let's just start Volting Fist. Why not? Paralyzing the Heracross. Unfortunately, we don't have the Oricorios just yet, so we aren't going to be able to fully recover, but we'll get some damage off with the Leftovers item, which is fine with me. And now we have started side quest number 1, which is trapping this Heracross in the active position. They cannot do anything unless they have a switch or a jet energy or something to that effect. Oh no, they're playing it with Mega Venusaur. Okay, that's actually not a bad idea. I didn't see any like room for Mega Venusaur, but interesting to see how they would fit him into the deck. And they're going to Iono us. That's not bad. I'll take that because we needed a new hand anyway. So let's see what we get off of that Iono. We get an Oricorio. I will take that. But we don't get a supporter. That's not good. We don't get a supporter, and we don't get another way to heal or whatnot. Oh, we got an Arven. Okay, good. We'll take that. So I am going to start Ardent Dancing to heal a little bit off of this Pawmot. And then I'm just going to get myself a Buddy-Buddy Poffin and I guess another Air Balloon. Why not? I think it's more important that we start getting more Pawmies into play. That seems like the better play to me. I'm going to attach the Leftovers to you, attach this energy to you, and I'm just going to attack again. Voltic Fist, paralyzing this Heracross, and if they don't have a way to retreat this Heracross, and if they don't concede, The next turn, we could cross side quest number 1 off of our things to do today, which is trap this guy in the active position and knock him out. And they are once again going to Iono us. Okay. Not really disappointed by that. And we got ourselves our own Iono and a Leftovers, which is good for us, so we can attach that to that Pawmi. And an energy to finish this guy off. Now all we need is a Pawmot. If I can be so kind as to get one of those, I would greatly appreciate it, PTCGL. Now, unfortunately, because we didn't fully heal when we attacked for a second time, that means that we unfortunately are going to always have that 20 damage onto us, unless I get a third Oricorio down, but I don't see myself playing a third one at this time. But, you know, the game is still early, so you never know. And they are unfortunately just going to pass it back to us. Or rather, fortunately, there we go, we got another Oricorio, that helps. So we can start healing our Pawmot in the active position. Getting him all nice and nice. All healed up. There you go. Going to attach that to you. Let's put the Leftovers onto you. And unfortunately, we're going to have to lose these rare candies to the bottom of our deck with Iono. And we get an Ultra Ball. You know, actually, you know what? I'm going to take the Ultra Ball. And I'll get rid of one of these electric energies in case we get electric. I'll get a Pawmo. And I'll evolve this little guy. And now he's all good. And I will not actually hurt myself because there's no need to, because we don't have to paralyze him. We're just taking him out. And the Leftovers will fully heal us. And there we go, guys. That is side objective number 1 complete. We took out a Mega by trapping it in the active position and taking it out. Very nice. So let me put that green. 1 second. There we go. Beautiful. So we have side objective number 1 complete. And once they evolve into this Mega Venusaur, we can trap this thing in because we just got the Pawmot into our hands, which is absolutely wonderful. So we are flowing beautifully. This is a great showcasing of Pawmot. I think this actually might be my favorite deck in the format right now, to be honest with you guys. It's very consistent. It's a lot of fun. I've had so many people rage quit while playtesting. And like I said, this isn't even the final version of the deck. There's still some room for improvement. I know you guys will be like in the comment section down below saying, hey, Rare, you could do this, or Rare, you could do that, or what if you replace this with that? And I love the discourse that we've been having in the comment section. I say this every time, but you guys are the greatest. You guys make my day. I love reading your comments and seeing all the positivity on my videos. It's very rare to go on the internet and actually see positive feedback. So it's nice to see you guys are keeping the positivity train going. Thank you guys so much for that. And we are so close to 400 subscribers. You guys have been killing it with the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. I mean, I never thought that this channel would get as far as it has. And I'm going to keep it going because you guys seem to be loving it. I'm having a fun time making these videos. And, you know, we're just chilling out, just playing Pokemon, you know? What better Discord is that, you know? So we do have the Mega Venusaur in the active position. So we have the Pawmot in our hand. We could trap this Venusaur in the active position, and we could just recycle this whole process all over again. And guess what, guys? We got the Hilda in our hand. So we can use Hilda to get ourselves Electros and electric energy. Attach that to you, evolve into you. And just like that, the little Pawmo on the bench is now ready to go. We just have to get the Pawmot. And you know what? Let's put another Oricorio. No, let me not put an Oricorio down. I want to save that bench space in case of anything. And let's just start attacking. We're going to paralyze this Venusaur. And thanks to us having the Leftovers attached and the 2 Oricorios on the bench, we could fully heal this Pawmot before we start attacking again. And that's it. That's the whole process, guys. You've seen it in action twice now in this one match. That Charizard was a little annoying, but you know what? We got through it in this match. And my opponent just rage quits, guys. Let's go. That's side objective number 2 done now. That's absolutely fantastic. We got 2 of our side objectives complete in one game. And as you guys can see, this was indeed a ranked match. Let's go, baby. Okay, here we are in game 3 with an interesting looking starting hand. We have 2 Tynamo and an Oricorio. And we have ourselves a Buddy-Buddy Poffin, so we can actually get ourselves our Pawmies that we need. You only really need 2 Pawmies, because once you have the 1 Pawmot in the active position who's trapping your opponent, once the next Pokemon comes up and potentially takes out Pawmot, you gotta have another one ready to go. And with all the Megas in the format right now, which give up 3 prize cards, you don't really need more than 2, so it's a good time. Oh, Klefki's in the active. As long as this Pokemon's in the active, basic Pokemon in play have no abilities. Okay, so I mean that won't really affect our Eelektross, because he's a stage 1, but it will affect our Oricorio, but I doubt they're going to want to be playing Klefki in the active position while Pawmot's there. So I don't think that's really going to affect us. We don't really use abilities setting up the deck. So we'll have to see how that goes. What I want to do is I want to Buddy-Buddy Poffin to get myself 2 Pawmi, and then I want to Arven for a Nest Ball and a Leftovers. That way we could attach 1 Leftovers to Pawmi, and we can, what do you call it? We can get ourselves another Oricorio, and then that way we're completely set up. I think that's a good starting point for us. Or we could just get the Nest Ball like that. That's even better. So let's get ourselves another Oricorio. And then let's Buddy-Buddy Poffin for 2 Pawmi. And I want to keep this electric, so let's keep him there. And then I'm just going to get myself a Leftovers, and you know what? Let's get an Earthen Vessel. That way, on my next turn, we can fully power up this little Pawmi here. And I'm going to get rid of this electric energy. And get myself 1 electric energy to attach to him. And there we go. And now next turn what we could do is we can Eelektross and put that onto our little Pawmi there. And we have the Air Balloon, so even if he gets, you know, dragged into the active position, we'll be fine. They're going to put down an Artisan, but that doesn't matter to us anymore because our bench is completely filled up. And if this Tynamo goes down, that'll give me an extra bench space for another Pawmi. That way we can have a 3rd one ready to go in case we get bossed up. And it's us again. Unfortunately, they got themselves the, what do you call, the Pidgeot. So that's going to be an issue like it was in the last Charizard deck. But hopefully we get ourselves something of use here. I'm going to attach this Air Balloon to our Eelektross here. And I'm just going to Lillie's Determination, hopefully getting myself a Neo Upper Energy. I do not, but I got myself the Pawmo, so that's good. Let's attach this electric energy to you. Let's use the Rare Candy to get the Pawmot going. And what I think I want to do is I don't even want to swing just yet. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to play a little defensive for now, because if I swing and take out this Klefki, they're just going to retaliate with the Charizard. And I don't want them to have Charizard just yet. I want them to take out my Tynamo so I could come in freshly with Pawmot and start trapping them if they do get that Charizard going. I think that's going to be our best play. And I also want to see if Boss's orders will take out this Pidgeot and prevent them from using Quick Search. I'm curious to know if paralyzing an opponent prevents them from using their ability. I know in the early stages of TCG, like the base set, if you were paralyzed, you couldn't use the abilities. I remember that, but they weren't called abilities back then. They were called like Poke Powers or something. I remember that being like a thing. I don't know if that's still a thing today. We'll have to find out. All right, they're gonna get themselves the Charizard. I guess I'm all right with that. I don't really have much of a choice to be indifferent about that. And they're going to bring the Charizard into the active position. So now my question is, should I just start going for the Charizard? Because do they have Jet Energy again? Or do I just go for the Pidgeot and pray? If I screw this up and take out the Pidgeot and he's still able to use his Quick Search, I mean, it's not going to be ideal. So I think what my best bet is just to go for the Charizard. I don't know, guys. I'm conflicted right. You know what? Just go for the Charizard. I'm conflicted right now, but we have to do what we have to do. Oh, we got another Pawmot. Beautiful. That works. All right, so we're smoothing and grooving right now. We're gonna paralyze this Charizard, and hopefully they don't have a way to get it out of the active position. And now we just sit and wait. Oh wow. Okay, so they Quick Search. They got something out of their deck, but then they just pass. So that tells me that they don't have a means of getting this Charizard out of the active position. We actually might be safe, guys. This might actually be another win for us. Also, do I have a Pawmo in the deck? I should. I rare candied for you, and I rare candied. Yeah, so I should have a Pawmo. So I'm going to Ultra Ball here, and I'm going to get myself another Leftovers. Works, and then we're just going to Ultra Ball away the Pokégear and one Iono. Getting myself a Pawmo. We can start getting this guy set up. And that's pretty much it. And now we're just going to repeat the process and keep this Charizard trapped in the active position. There we go. Like I said, they did have a quick search last game, but I don't remember if they played a supporter last turn. No, they didn't. So it's definitely not a Professor Turo, because if it was a Turo, they would have used it by now to get that Charizard out of the active position. I'm very confused as to what they're getting with their quick search. Well, not confused, I'm more intrigued than confused, rather. But it doesn't seem like they have a way to get out of this active position, so this Charizard is going to go down next turn, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And then next turn, what I could do is I could boss up the Pidgeot, since they don't have another Charmander in play. Oh, wait, hold on. They might be rare candying in Dusknoir. That might be what they're researching for. No. Oh, okay. Or not. Just ignore what I just said. Okay. And I'm just going to heal. And I'm going to heal again. How much does you do? 90, 140. Oh, he does just enough to take out my Pawmot. That sucks. But it is what it is. Unless I just... Hold on. We get Arven here. No, I don't have another Ultra Ball. I was going to say I could have Ultra Bolt here, but I guess not. Alright, whatever. Let's just Earthen Vessel, getting rid of this Nest Ball. And let's get the last two electric energy out of my deck, and let's just start powering up this little dude. I guess that's my best bet. And I am not going to do the extra damage to myself, because we don't need to paralyze you since you're going down. And that's it. Charizard is out, and we have completed side quest number 1 yet again. Ah, there was my Ultra Ball was prized. Okay, cool. So this Chiyu, unfortunately, is going to come in and just start wreaking havoc on us, because he does exactly 140, coincidentally. But we can boss up the Pidgeot next turn and start taking that out. They're going to Super Rod, getting themselves the Charmander back, and I'm fine with that. I am A-okay with that. Exactly 140, taking us out, unfortunately. But we have the boss's orders. We could also just boss up the Charmander. That might be a play too, but let me not, because I want to keep that Charizard in play. So, oh, that works. Thank you so much. I'll take that. We also don't have any form of recovery in this deck, which is a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. Do I have any more Pawmies in the deck? I do! Good. Let's start getting him out. And we're going to boss up the Pidgeot. And we're just going to keep it in the active position. Unfortunately, we don't do enough to one-shot it, but we will definitely trap it in the active position. That is definitely going to be a play. Oh, and it looks like they can quick search while they're paralyzed. Okay, so that answers that question. That's very unfortunate. It's not like the Poke Powers, where if your opponent was paralyzed or asleep, they could not use their Poke Power. That's a little ridiculous that you could use your ability while you're paralyzed. I mean, I guess it makes sense, because then you'd just be like a sitting duck, but whatever, it is what it is. We're just going to take out this Pidgeot, and then what we could do is, yep, they're going to just go down, and then we're pretty much just GG's from here. Oh, you know what we could do is we could Iono right now and get rid of their whole hand, because I guarantee you they have something good in their hand right now from all of that quick research. So we're just going to do that and really tick them off. I think that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. That might be it, boys. We got ourselves another boss. Bring him down to a 3-hand size. Let's start powering up this little guy. And we're not going to do the extra damage. We're just going to take you out. There you go. And now, if they do manage to get themselves Charizard, we just win. And we get a Pawmo. Very nice. Alright, they're going to Iono us, but I'm okay with that. I'm pretty much set up at this point. And we got Hilda, so I mean, we're in the clear at this point. we're just going to start exchanging at this point. But what's great about this deck is it is a one prize only deck. So we can win the exchange. It's just the fact that we don't have any more Pawmots in play. That's what's scary to me. That's what's really concerning. We got an Iono. That's nice. I'm going to get myself the Pawmo and the Neo Upper. I mean, not that we're going to use the Neo Upper because we don't really need to. And we do have another Pawmot in the deck. That's good to know. So let's just Dynamotor. He's completely set up now. Let's Artisan for another Oricorio, just thin the deck a little bit. And let's just take you out. We're not going to do the damage to ourselves because there's no need. That Chiyu was a little bit of a threat, not going to lie. Hopefully we can get ourselves... I've got an Iono, but I mean, we don't really need that. Hopefully we get ourselves a boss. We could just boss up for game. That would be great. Especially if we get the Pidgey. That would be even better. We'll have to see what happens, though. We're not out of the woods just yet. They didn't Super Rod their Charizard back, so I'm going to assume they're going to do that now. Because why would you not? They're going to, yeah, definitely. And we'll just have to see. They're going to get themselves Fez, and they're going to flip the script. Hopefully they didn't get themselves Charizard, otherwise we're going to be cooked. They're going to Lilies. Oh god, they might have it, guys. No way they don't have Charizard right now. They just went through their whole deck. The odds are in their favor. They're going to counter catch. Interesting. Wow, they're going to bring up our Oricorio, but I am okay with that. I could just attach the Neo Upper and retreat. They did not get the Charizard. That's insane, guys. This thing counts as one energy. Yeah, it provides one colorless energy. That's fine. So we're just going to attach that energy to you. We are going to retreat. Losing my Neo Upper, but it doesn't matter at this point. And I guess we're just going to attack and hit for game. That's it. So we got ourselves the redemption against the Terra Charizard. Beautiful. And Pokégear was our last prize card. Doesn't matter. We still won. And in case anybody was wondering, this was indeed a ranked match. I will show you in a second. There you go. Ranked match. All right. And that's going to do it for today. Right before we end today's video, we are going to cross off the main objective number 1. We won 2 matches today. I'm telling you guys, this is by far my favorite deck in the format right now that I've created. You have to give this deck a try. And I definitely want to hear your comments down below on how we can make this deck better, because I think this Pawmot is an actual threat, especially with the help of Oricorio to heal it, the Neo Upper Energy to get it going on like your second turn. But we definitely need to find a way, like what we can get rid of so that we can get some like Night Stretchers or Sacred Ash or Super Rod, something to get Pokemon back into the deck. Because when you do struggle to get Pawmot going and you lose a couple Pawmi, it's a little difficult to come back. I mean, I've come back where I've had, like, my opponent took like 4 prize cards and I still had all 6 and I still came back. So it's not impossible, but it is a very difficult task to do. But I'm just so happy with how this recording turned out. I mean, we got all of our objectives completed today. That's actually a first since I've started the objectives. And I really want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below of how we can make this deck better. I think we could get rid of 1 copy of Earthen Vessel and get like a Night Stretcher or a Sacred Ash. That might not be a bad idea. And if we could maybe get an Artisan in the deck, that would be even better. Maybe we don't need the Pokégear. Maybe we don't need so many Arvens. I don't know. I got to hear what you guys think down below. Maybe get rid of the Nest Balls for the Artisans. That might work too. I don't know. You guys are always in the comment section telling me how we can make the deck better. I really want to know your thoughts about this one because, like I said, this is my favorite deck in the format right now. And you guys have to try this deck. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's a ton of fun to play. And it's also fun to watch your opponents just rage quit because they cannot get themselves out of the active position. All right. I'm going to end it there. I think the deck showcased itself beautifully. And, I mean, there's really not much else to say. I mean, it spoke for itself. I love you guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!